guys, good morning, good afternoon, Merchant Services Slayers. Again, my name is Carson Cook, and thank you so much for tuning in. Basically, guys, we are here in beautiful Bali again, looking at more real estate investments, so on and so forth. And today, in this video, I wanted to talk about 3 of the biggest mistakes that new agents make when they try and get into this business. Now, there's been a lot of activity recently on Merchant Services Slayers where people have been popping in there and they've been asking questions. They've been saying, who do I work with? What do I do? Where do I get leads? So on and so forth. And I wanted to address this, and it's actually giving me an idea to actually put together maybe a 15-page quick start journal or a quick start guide for those that are new in the industry. And I'll probably make that free. I'll make it available for everybody so that way they can make the right decisions when getting into the industry. Now, there's a lot of different resources out there. There's classes. We have Card Builder, which is like a 35-day master course. James Shepard has his classes. I think John Kennedy has one that he was working on. A couple in Salt Lake City that has a program as well that were high risk. I know they used to work with NMI. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. So with all this kind of information, it's going to be very, difficult for new agents when they get into business. So today I'm going to talk about 3 different things, and I'm actually going to put out there that program. I'm going to start talking about it. We'll put it together, and I'll let everybody know when it's available. Okay, and it's going to be free. It's going to be out there so that people can make the right decisions. And the whole point of Merchant Services Slayers is to make sure that everybody's successful in the field. So today we're going to talk about the 3 top mistakes that we see new agents make consistently, and that they have been making for over the last 15 years, being new, getting into the business. Okay, and the first one is that very problem is working with the wrong ISO. Now, there are many different models out there, guys, many different models. And the most important thing to understand when you're picking an ISO is 2 most important things. Okay, the first one is making sure that they will be paying you what you're worth, paying you your residuals. Okay, and that's something that we do over at Pi Payments. The whole industry that we work in and the whole model that we have is residual based. So that is one thing that we do with our agents and have been for the last 10 years. We do a great job with it. And if there's a circumstance where we don't, it's because some legality or something where a merchant messed up or an agent messed up or they did something illegal and we can't pay them any longer. But that's the only way. And most ISOs do that are decent ISOs. Okay, the second one is that agents need to understand the value of support. Now, you can go out there and get a great deal. You can call Carson up and say, hey, Carson, I got a 90% split, but I have no support. I don't have appointments. I don't have lead generation. I don't have, I have to pay for my own equipment. I have to take on the own risk with my leases. I have to actually pay for equipment when I send it out from Task. I mean, there's all sorts of things. And what new agents need to understand is that as the level of support goes up, okay, the level of split goes down, because that money has to go to the resources that help support you as an agent. So when you first start, most owners that own processing companies, they own offices, like people on this board that actually comment constantly that own companies, usually started with ISOs that have very high support and a lot less of a split, because that support actually is more beneficial for you first starting out, training, lead generation, and everything. Because, for example, you can either take $1 million $1 bills, or would you want one $100 bill, right? I mean, you want the support, you want the variability, you want a lot more there when you first start. Then, as if you progress within the industry and your knowledge base goes, you can start to move to less support and more of a better split, more money for each deal. Okay, so that's a big misconception that most agents need to understand. Number 2 is that they're not prospecting enough. Okay, and I get this. We all come from various backgrounds. We've seen sales guys that have been in sales for 25 to 30 years. We've seen younger sales agents that are extremely excited, a lot of energy, and they want to crack the code. They're Forex guys, Bitcoin guys, they're trading, they're this, and they want to outsmart the system. Okay, processing's been sold the same way, and it's not like we need to get around the hype. It's good to have discussion. Okay, a buddy of ours, Austin McNabb, just put out a video talking about this too, where newer agents come in and they start to have great ideas. And that's great as long as you have a foundation that will help you sell deals. You can expand upon that. But to reinvent the whole wheel is not a good plan in this business. You have to prospect. You have to hit the phones, or you have to hit the streets. That's it, okay? And that leads us to number 3, which is huge too, is where you rest on one sale and you never activate deals. Resting on one sale, as in I just sold one deal, I'm waiting on my commission, I don't worry about it, I sold one deal, I'll wait till next week to sell another deal. You need to always be nervous or uncomfortably comfortable within your sale. New agents don't get that. They sell 5 deals for that week and they say, I'm good. And they get towards the end of the month and be like, wait a minute, I just had 5 sales in this 1 month. That's not good. Okay, top agents in our industry, guys, will close 15 to 25 to even 30 deals per month, okay? And that's over 200 to 300 per year, okay? That are top level guys that make over $1 million a year or more. And some of our agents do that. And that's because of the fact that they're never resting on one single sale, and they're also installing every piece of equipment that they do sell. So when you first start, if you don't know how to install stuff and you don't know how to, get your own leads, you don't know how to do this, you might want to pick an ISO that gives you a lot of support, doesn't give you the biggest split, but it's more more productive for you. You'll end up closing more deals. You can get a 90% split, okay, off of 4 deals, or you can work with a company that'll give you a 50% split, but then you can close 20 deals. With the support, the install, it's worth more money. So pick your ISO correctly. Those are the top 3 mistakes. And if you guys have any interest in this all, put it down in the comments. I make sure that I will send you this quick start guide. If you have any interest in working with Pi Payments, let us know. We do offer great support. That's one of the biggest things that we do for new agents getting in the industry, is what we specialize in. And then also, if you want lead generation, contact us for Centrix. We've been setting appointments for over 12 years now in the field, in the space, for some of the biggest ISOs in the country. So we know exactly what we're doing when it comes to lead generation. So hit us up in the link below, send me a DM. But other than that, rock and roll, and I'll see you guys out there on the sales board.